Rus Education welcomes all the participants of our today's seminar. So in this session, we will be discussing about why choose Russia and why choose Rus Education. Russia is the most preferred destination when it comes to choosing MBBS in abroad. Choosing Russia and suitable university at times can be challenging, but worry not. Rus Education is a one-stop solution to all your needs. To discuss more about this topic, we have our distinguished speakers, renowned veterans from armed forces, Admiral RK Dhowan, former Chief of Naval Staff, Indian Navy, PVSM, AVSM, YSM alumnus, National Defense Academy, co-chairman of Rus Education, and Air Marshal Dr. Pavan Kapoor, AVSM, VSM bar retired, former Director General of Medical Services, Indian Air Force, who is also serving as Vice Chairman of Rus Education. So talking about Admiral RK Dhowan, sir is a former Chief of Naval Staff of Indian Navy. He was a 22nd Chief of Naval Staff of the Indian Navy, alumnus of National Defense Academy, Defense Services Staff College, and the Naval War College, Newport, Rhode Island, USA. His illustrious career began with being adjudged the best cadet and winning of the coveted telescope during his sea training on board INS Delhi. Besides serving as Indian Naval Advisor at the High Commission of India in London, he has also served as Chief Staff Officer Operations of the Western Naval Command based at Mumbai, and the Chief of Staff at Headquarters Eastern Naval Command based at Visakhapatnam, and subsequently had the distinction of commanding his alma mater, the National Defense Academy, as the Commandant. The Admiral presumed charge as the Vice Chief of the Naval Staff on August 11th, and was subsequently promoted as the Chief of Naval Staff of the Indian Navy on 17th April 2014. He superannuated from the Navy on 31st May 2016 after a distinguished career of 42 years in uniform. He is currently serving as the co-chairman of Rus Education. Over to Admiral RK Dhowan, sir.
It is indeed a privilege for me to share my thoughts with all of you. And by all of you, I mean the youngsters, the students who are aspiring to be doctors. And that is indeed a great situation to be, because I can understand how much must have gone through your minds in terms of trying to select and choose a career for yourself. Because in India, it is certainly a dream to become a doctor, because it is not only one of the most noblest of professions, but in recent times, you would have also seen how our coronavirus warriors and also the doctors have been performing, which has raised the stature of the doctors to a very, very high level. They are not just called doctors who serve humanity, they are also called angels in white who have been working tirelessly to save lives. So it is indeed the noblest of all professions. And during this pandemic, I'm sure it has put through your mind a lot of uncertainties, a lot of challenges as to how life is going to be beyond COVID-19 and how difficult is it really going to be to choose a college or a university for yourself, particularly if you are looking to study abroad. All these apprehensions can be in your mind, but you must remember that you are a child of the 21st century. So you have to bear these challenges. No doubt, coronavirus pandemic is the biggest disaster that the world has seen, perhaps the Second World War, and it has impacted every aspect of our lives. But there is also the fact that we, and particularly you, in terms of being the children of the 21st century, have to gear up to face these particular challenges. Also, as you're aware, healthcare in India is getting a lot of importance and will get much more importance in the post-COVID scenario. This will only open up many, many more avenues for all of you once you have your white coats, once you are a qualified doctor, and there will be so many more avenues for you to pursue. Becoming a doctor is not only difficult, it needs a very, very strong commitment, because it is not just an ordinary commitment, because once you decide that you want to be a doctor, you will be virtually pledging your life in the service of humanity. But once you have made that commitment, you need to put in your heart and soul to achieve that aim. And I'm sure it is not just the dream of you as a student who wants to be a doctor, it is also the dream of your parents who are aspiring that their son or daughter should become a doctor and serve the country, serve the nation, and serve humanity as such. Becoming a doctor in India is difficult. I will not rattle out the numbers, those are known to you, and I'm sure you all have battled with the competition. So apart from the competition, it is also a very, very expensive venture. And therefore, there are the options that we look for when we are looking at the options to study abroad. And here, Russia emerges as one of the favored destinations for many, many reasons. It is certainly a place and a country where you have some of the best medical universities in the world. It will also be told to you as to the other reasons why you should choose Russia as a place where you should pursue your medical education and become a doctor there. But it is certainly one of the most friendly places. We have had the Indian students going there to become doctors for decades now, and all of them have had a great experience, and also the level of professionalism which is there in the Russian universities is certainly a par excellence. You all will also have to battle with all the other questions in terms of whether it is safe in the pandemic period to go there. The girls and the young women who are aspiring to be doctors and their parents will have thoughts whether it is indeed safe to send our children or our wards to Russia in this environment. Russia is certainly a very, very safe destination. It is a very, very safe destination, particularly for girls, and it is very, very student friendly because India and Russia have a long-standing relationship, not just between the countries, but also in the hearts of the people. And that is a very, very plus point which is there. And it also gives you the feeling, or the students the feeling when they go there, in actually being in a location of being at home, away from home. That is the kind of environment which is there. Also, to answer all your various other questions which are there with regard to the opportunities, with regard to various universities, and to actually take you through this all and provide you with this opportunity, it is the specialists and the panelists of Rus Education who are going to provide you with all the inside information as to how Rus Education can actually help you in choosing your universities and provide you the opportunity to turn your dreams into a reality. So firstly, as I said, I'm sure you've made up your mind to take the difficult path and choose a career which is going to demand a lot from you. But if you are willing to imbibe the spirit of a challenger, the mind of a visionary, the quest of a researcher, and the discipline of a soldier, you may not be joining the armed forces, but you'll have to be very, very disciplined when you are pursuing your studies and pursuing your career in the medical profession. So if you're willing to do all this, as I said, the spirit of a challenger, the mind of a visionary you'll have to develop. You'll have to develop the quest of a researcher and the discipline of a soldier. And if you have the inclination to serve your country and the entire humanity with pride, then I think the career as in the medical profession is the right career for you. You're in the right place where you're choosing your various options. And as I said, Russia is indeed a chosen destination, and we will have the panelists and the specialists from Rus Education guide you as to how they can turn your dreams of becoming a doctor into a reality. Thank you very much and all the very best. I'm sure you have lots of questions. So after the next round of presentation, you can ask as many questions that are there in your mind. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for guiding our students and showing them the correct path. Now I would like to invite our second speaker for the session, Air Marshal Dr. Pavan Kapoor, sir. Dr. Pavan Kapoor has completed his MBBS from AFMC Pune, did his MHA from AIMS, DNB from Health and Hospital Admin, DHHM, MPhil, MMS, MBA, MNAMS, and FAHA. He was the former Director General of Medical Services, Indian Air Force, former President's Honorary Surgeon. He is currently appointed as Vice Chairman, Rus Education, one of the founder members of NABH and has been Chair of Technical and Accreditation and Ethics Committee. He is a visiting faculty for AIMS, NIHW, Public Health Foundation, and AHA. More than 50 publications in national, international journals and textbooks. He has received awards like AVSM, VSM, COAS Commendation, his Order of Royal Emblem from Sultan of Oman. I request Air Marshal Dr. Pavan Kapoor, sir, to please enlighten our audience. Sir, please.
Thank you, Dinesh. And thank you, sir. It's always a privilege and a pleasure to be sharing the same platform as my former Chief of Naval Staff. For the knowledge of the participants, I must like to apprise you one of the brightest officers that we had in the armed forces. And he still continues to contribute to the maritime security of this country. And such an illustrious officer, for me, it is indeed a great privilege to be sharing the same platform on this webinar with him. Good evening, all of you. I think it is important for us to know the purpose why we are here. So why I am sharing my screen, I would like to share with you today's subject of webinar, which is why Russia and why Rus education. Is my screen visible, Dinesh?
Yes, sir, visible and clear.
Okay. So dear students and dear parents, we should know exactly why we want to, why we should consider about Russia and Rus education. So let us start from the beginning. Let's start with some good news that you have qualified NEET. NEET examination has been held and you have qualified NEET. After that, you have to make a decision what should you do next. Because you have several opportunities. One of them is you qualify NEET, you get very good marks. You choose a government medical college of your taste, your choice, or else may not be of your taste or your choice, but still you get a government medical college where you get exposure to a lot of talented and expert and qualified staff and faculty to take you to your next part of the journey. Second is that you don't get a government medical college. Now you get a private medical college. Now you've got two serious questions. One is you have to see the quality of education that is being imparted to you in those private medical colleges. And the second thing is the cost factor involved. Now maybe the quality is good, but the cost may be exorbitant. So what should you do? So now here let us take some data and analyze that what can happen to many of us who appear for NEET examination. Now if you see this bar diagram, this is ranging from 2017 and expected in 2020. If you see in 2017, you had almost about 11,38,000 applicants, out of which 6,11,000 qualified, against the seats of 64,000. In the next year, as in 2018, you had, excuse me, you had 13 lakh students who applied and 7 lakh students who qualified against the seats of almost 5,27,000. In 2019, you had 15,19,000 students who applied, out of which 7,97,000 qualified against the seat of 63,850. This year, 15,90,000 are applied. We do not know how many are going to appear because that time will tell. Out of which we anticipate around 8,80,000 will get qualified in NEET against the seats of 70,970. Now you see, if you take all these ratios, you can see each year for one MBBS seat, you need to compete with almost 10 to 15 students. And for one government seat, you need to compete with almost 20 to 30 students, since the number of government seats are virtually 50% vis-a-vis the private seats. So what happens to the rest of you? Now, as usual, if I am in your position and if my own children are in a position and they reach this stage, you get confused. What should I do? You have several options in front of you which you can be tempted to choose. Okay, doesn't matter. My parents will take education loan. I will get, after paying some fees, high fees in private universities, I will get admission in private university. That is one option. Even if I get less practical exposure as compared to government, it doesn't matter. I am still in India. But this solution may not be practical for everybody because private medical colleges may not be affordable by many of us. So what is the next option? Next option is equally expensive. Should you migrate to other countries like USA, UK, Canada, or other mainstream countries like Australia and New Zealand, undergo various English proficiency examinations? But again, the tuition fees is high, and apart from the tuition fees, another disadvantage is that the living expenses are also quite high. So many of us will be actually falling into the third category. And in my days, when I was young, we all thought that if nothing happens to us, we would like to take 1 year drop, take more coaching, take some tuitions, prepare for the next competitive examinations. If our willingness to pursue our dream is that high and we are determined to achieve our goals, so I would like to drop 1 year. And then I'll compromise in case I feel no, it is not worth, I've already dropped twice, I cannot continue to do like this. So I will compromise and choose any other course. Like I might go for BSc in any subject, or I might like to go become a dental surgeon to continue my interest in medical profession, or I like to go to in Ayurveda or Unani or homeopathy. In any other stream, if I want to continue to remain and pursue my dream as a doctor in some form or the other. So this is the three options that normally one would like to think about. But we have another option. And that one option, one more option that we are offering you here today is Russia. Now, Russia is a very, very friendly country, as our co-chairman, Sir Admiral Sir, has very rightly said. He has sailed ships to that location. He has been there and he has himself personally visited. I have visited most of the universities in Russia. It's a very nice place to be there. And this is a very good option for all of us. And we will discuss this option today. Why we are saying Russia is a very good option for all those who have qualified the NEET examination but could not get a seat in government medical college, could not afford a seat in private medical college, and want to pursue to become a doctor, want to pursue their dream of becoming a doctor. So why Russia? Now I'll give a very simple rule. Please remember these rules as a matter of background information which you can store. Whenever you think of Russia, think of 7 A's and 1 S. And we will discuss these 7 A's of affordability, about accredited universities, about academics, about after graduation what you should do, about your accommodation there, about your association with international universities and hospitals, about the activities that are being conducted by them, and the safety of children, which is also a priority. These are the 7 A's, and let us discuss these 7 A's. See, now as far as affordability is concerned, there is no capitation fee, no donation, nothing. It is a low subsidized fee structure which varies from university to university, ranging from almost about 15 to 17 lakhs to almost the peak of 27, 28 lakhs. That is all that you are supposed to pay for a 5-year, 8 months course. So low subsidized fee structure. There is low cost of living. It's same as India. There is no difference in the cost of living. The cost of visas is low. And if you book in advance, the cost of travel is actually much lesser than what you would like to travel in domestic from, say, from east to west or north to south. And of course, you have to book in advance to get these low cost of travel. Now, what are the universities there? The universities to which our students go are all government recognized public sector universities. They are very old universities ranging from 1916 onwards. So many of them have completed a century and they are beyond the century. They are all empaneled by Medical Council of India. They are listed in the World Directory of Medical School. They are certified by the Education Commission for Foreign Medical Graduates in USA. So imagine a situation, and this is true globalization. You are from India, you fly to Russia, acquire your qualifications from Russia, and then appear for the USMLE examination and do your residency in medicine or surgery from United States. And then you are free to practice in India, free to practice in Russia, free to practice in USA, and free to practice in all other countries in the globe. Because the degree that you get are globally recognized degrees. So this is a wonderful option as far as the students from India are concerned. The academics, the state-of-the-art infrastructure. I visited, you might hear rumors, there is the quality of medical education not so good in Russia. It is incorrect. The infrastructure there is as modernized as maybe better than what we have got in Indian medical, in many of the Indian medical schools in this place. From the very first year, you're exposed to simulators. They teach you basic life support, they teach you advanced life support, they tell you how to do suturing, they tell you how to put intravenous cannulas. All this is done on simulators. So you don't actually have to worry about that will you be hurting the patient. So you are actually first practicing the simulator so that you get the confidence to use your skills and develop your skills on a simulator. And there are various types of simulators. There are low fidelity simulators like I have just said, and there are high fidelity simulators, which will help you to not only train, it will also evaluate you. So there are a whole, and you can do by touch technique also. There are so many things which are very high quality there. It is amazing to go and see these facilities. And simulation training is not a training for fun. It is not for going there and just looking at the simulators and the robotics and trying to fiddle with them. No, it is a part of your curriculum. So it teaches you simulation and it sometimes evaluates you on the simulators. And see the faculty to student ratio varying from 1:7 to maximum 1:50. And whichever universities we will send you from here, the medium of instructions will be in English language. So that is not a worry from your point of view. All subjects as laid down in Medical Council of India syllabus are covered because with all these universities, we have shared the syllabus of Medical Council of India because they are also seized of the fact, and we also know that you need to pass your foreign medical graduate examination, what is commonly known as the MCI screening examination, once you come back. And if we see, because of so many efforts that we have made in the last 3 to 4 years, the pass percentage in FMGE from the universities to which our students are going has been increasing in the last 3 years when you compare it to the other countries. After graduation, what next? After you graduate, what can you do? Obviously, after graduation, some of you would like to come back to India. Some of you would like to stay there and want to pursue your PG in Russia. You are permitted based upon your performance in your 5-year, 8 months course or 6 years course in Russia. In your MD physician course, it is called, equivalent to MBBS here. In that course, if you are doing very well, you can get a subject of your choice for pursuing your PhD. You can do your PhD. After that, you have got almost a guaranteed job there, because moment you pass out your degree, you work for 1 year, you get Russian citizenship, and you can be employed there. And the degree, as I said, is globally recognized. You can go anywhere, and you can appear for any examination, USMLE, Australian Medical Council, General Medical Council of UK, and you can go to the Gulf, where sometimes you don't even require, in some countries in Gulf, you don't even require to appear for an examination. They will take you directly because the degrees are recognized. Or you have got another option, you can come back to India, and after clearing a foreign medical graduate examination, you can be employed in private or government sector, including the armed forces. Now I can give you, there are a lot of examples. When I was undergoing residency in All India Institute of Medical Sciences, there were several professors in in different departments who were actually qualified from Russia and were working as assistant or associate professor at that point of time. So, you can be employed anywhere. The sky is the limit for you. So after graduation, you have tremendous amount of opportunities from Russia. Now, another thing which worries the parents. What worries the parents is the accommodation good enough? Yes, you get fully furnished, comfortable hostels. Indian mess is available. Students can also cook on their own, for which there are separate provisions and facilities. We generally prefer that you cook on your own only a year later. Hot water supply is available throughout the year, and centralized heating facilities are available. So if you are worried about the cold weather, don't have to worry. The weather is very pleasant otherwise during these times. And yes, in winter it does get cold. It touches around minus 20 degrees. And those circumstances you don't have to worry, because the entire transportation, your university departments, your lecture halls, your simulator halls, everything is centrally heated, including your hostels. So don't have to worry about the temperature at all. As far as our association with Russia is concerned, as the co-chairman sir, Admiral sir has very rightly told you, that India enjoys a historic relationship with Russia. It goes into almost more than 7 decades from the date of our independence till now. We enjoy a very good relationship with Russia. Russians are very friendly people. They treat you as a part of their own culture and society. They respect and support the Indians. You'll never feel that you are a foreigner in that country. They share cultural activities with us. The environment is so conducive that you can mix with them and adapt faster to the environment. And there are tie-ups with Indian hospitals, other international universities, also from various medical schools have tied up. Here in India also, like with Max Institute of Healthcare or Summer Observership, there are many other international universities which these universities are tied up for your training purposes and for developing your competencies and skills. Now, what are the activities which you can be involved in? All festivals of India are celebrated with the same pomp and show, the same enthusiasm as you do in India, same way it is done in Russia. Students actually learn Russian folk dances that are famous globally. Sports activities are organized in all the Russian universities. There is, you can play cricket, you can play football, you can play chess, gymnastics, basketball. All facilities are provided to you to ensure that you have a holistic development in those universities. The last question that comes in the minds of the students and the parents: is it safe? Yes, it is safe. It is gender safe. The males are safe and the females are safe. Both are safe. The girls' safety is ensured, as Russia is a society where the females outnumber the males. The female to male ratio is 1:2.86, and you can see the data given there, that out of 14 crore population, almost 6 crore 78 lakhs are men and 7 crore 86 lakhs are women. And there are proper safety measures in the hostel. There are CCTV cameras. There are guards placed for you. You have to use your code to get inside the hostel. So everything is taken care of. There's electronic entrance and electronic exits. So everything is taken care of for you. Now, what is the education system in Russia? The duration is 5.8 years. Medium of instruction is in English. The degree obtained, which is MD physician, which is equivalent to our degree of MBBS. There is a bi-semester system. In 1 year, there are 2 semesters. And as I told you, student-teacher ratio is 7 students to 1 teacher, or maybe maximum 15 students to 1 teacher. And the marking scheme is a grading system of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, where 5 denotes excellence and 1 is, of course, poor. Now, the eligibility criteria, I think you all should know what was the eligibility criteria for NEET. Same is the eligibility criteria for various Russian universities, and therefore you have to be NEET qualified, which is 50th percentile for general category and 48th percentile for reserve category, with 45 percentile for those who are physically challenged for general category. Even if you are NEET 2018 or 2019 qualified, the students are eligible to go abroad for studies in the year 2020. Because as per the MCI notification, for 3 years your NEET scores are valid for going abroad. Recently, there has been a court case where if the NEET examinations get further delayed and the system of admissions in other universities abroad might be coming to a close by October, so the students have gone and represented to the High Court that we should be allowed to go abroad without NEET. So the High Court has now asked MCI their opinion about issuing such students eligibility certificate, and by the end of this month, most likely the decision will be given. So that is one more opportunity for the NEET appearing students to actually book a seat now, because if this thing comes through, then there will be a huge rush for seats and the prices might thereafter go up, because the more the demand, the supply becomes lesser and the prices will go up. So it is better that we do this and document everything, got all the documentation in place, and we do not have to hurry up anything towards the end. Here are some of the top medical universities in Russia. We'll be focusing on those universities where we think they are better for you, but the choice is yours. There are almost 50 plus universities in Russia where we can, which are MCI approved and where we can get you the admission. But we'll try to deal with only those universities, and those universities are being dealt under separate seminars in this particular Rus Education, this Russian education fair. So you can focus on any of those universities. Why these universities are one of the best? Because let me tell you, they are, as I told you, oldest government universities of Russia, ranging from 1916 onwards. They are all accredited and recognized globally, including by the Medical Council of India. The student exchange programs and research activities are conducted from time to time. They have associated with multiple hospitals in Russia and India. There are more than 1,000 students in each of these universities. Mode of education is English, no entrance examination, no donation. You have all activities in these universities. Our own Indian representatives are available in these universities. There are separate boys hostel facilities for girls and boys, and Indian food is available in mess. Faculty visits India and guides students in seminars, and free MCI coaching is available in these universities. Now the issue is that, okay, you have selected Russia. There are many routes of going to Russia. There will be a lot of agencies. There will be a lot of consultants who will be coming to you. Why should you choose Rus Education? This will be a question that will be coming to your mind. What is so specific? What is the USP of Rus Education? So I think I'll briefly give you. You are free to choose because you have a right to choose. But we should tell you that what is the most correct way of going to Russia. Firstly, our credentials by themselves. And what are our credentials? You see, our co-chairman and his former chief of naval staff is a very big credential for us, because his maturity, his advice, his experiences, they add so much of value to the functioning of this organization. Second is that our own founding chairman, he is alumnus of the universities in Russia. One of our directors, who both of them are PhDs and both of them are alumnus of Russian universities. They know and understand the nitty-gritties of the admission process, the problems that students face, how those problems can be sorted out, and how they can be looked after better. So they give a lot of practical concepts in improving these services. Because for improvement, the sky is the limit, and this feedback comes of great advantage while trying to improve these services being given for the students. It's a very major credential. Then we are one of the oldest education service provider in the study abroad sector. It was brought to life with a simple purpose of helping medical aspirants of India get medical education abroad, to make them pursue their dreams of becoming doctors. It is an authentic organization because we are exclusively authorized by the Cultural Department of the Embassy of Russian Federation in India. You can see the certificate given there. You see, so this lends more credibility to the authenticity of the department. We have been recipients of many awards. You see, we got the Central India's most trusted education consultant for abroad by Honorable Shivraj Chauhan, Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh, then by former Chief Minister of Chhattisgarh, and we also got the award for the Best Overseas Education Provider of the year 2018. We have taken care that whatever service we provide should be of quality, and towards that we have managed to get ISO certified organization which certifies that whatever we are doing, we are following a process, and that process is documented, and that process is open and transparent and communicated to all. So we got this certification after putting in so much of effort to get this certification. We have a pan-India presence, so you need not worry where you belong to. You belong to Delhi, you belong to UP, you belong anywhere. You have got centers at most of the prominent places in India. So we have a pan-India presence. Your parents have to go nowhere. They have to go to the nearest branch and just give their problem, what they need to know, and that solution will be provided. And see, our numbers say it all. We are associated with 50 plus universities. 15,000 plus have become doctors and are employed globally. 5,000 plus are currently studying in various universities. 20 plus branches across the country. 200 plus trained and qualified members in the family of Rus Education who are present both in Russia and India. And we conduct almost 500 plus seminars annually every year to apprise everybody the facts about NEET, the facts about the selection system. Everything is apprised during the seminars. We have a very much student-focused approach. We have the trust of almost 20,000 plus students, that is 15,000 who have passed out and 5,000 plus current students and their family members. And we work every day to make sure that this trust is never belied at any cost. So we have helped 15,000 plus to become doctors who are now touching the lives of association with Max Healthcare Institute for your summer internship and observership, so that when you come back after your studies in your vacation time, you can spend 2 to 3 weeks in Max and undergo certain observership to see what is the disease profile, how to read investigation results, how to read the X-ray results, how to see and examine a patient, how should write a prescription, how the case notes are to be written. So there is a proper format given by your university, and all those are, as per that format, the observership is carried out in Max Healthcare. We are the only organization which has entered into such an relationship with one of the leading healthcare providers of this country. So of course, we have a vision of becoming the leading and the most trusted institution which will help each and every medical aspirant, each and every one of you in India to get quality medical education, to become exceptional doctors, take care of the health needs of this nation, craft a glorious career in the field of medicine, and play a distinct role in making the vision of our Honorable Prime Minister of Ayushman Bharat a reality. We today need a lot of resources to help us provide preventive, promotive, curative, and rehabilitative care to our clientele and the community. Our mission is that we aim to deliver transparent, honest, and authentic guidance and support aspiring students to empower them to get into those medical institutions where they can get superior quality medical education and training, where they can be involved in medical research, where they can grow in all aspects of life and qualify as personally as well as professionally as groomed healthcare professionals. This is the purpose why Rus Education has been created. We also take a lot of initiatives in our corporate social responsibility by not only promoting medical education. We understand the deficiency of doctors in India. There are almost about 5 to 6 lakhs doctors which are found deficient to be in India. To ensure that the healthcare become accessible to all, we need these doctors. So we try to promote medical education and try to make our students become good cross-border educated doctors for us. We try to contribute to better healthcare by organizing free health checkup camps and organizing health awareness programs in rural areas. We also try to provide clothes to the deprived section of the society, so that in winter time they can at least have a blanket to sleep under. And we have also recently contributed a large amount of money to PM CARES Fund through voluntary donation from our own employees, and management of Rus Education. We are trying to make the vision of Ayushman Bharat a reality by providing a lot of scholarships. So before you depart, we give a lot of scholarships in the names of many people like Dr. AKJ Abdul Kalam, Dr. Bajpayee, or Mr. Alexander, who was the former honorary His Excellency of Russian Embassy to India. So a lot of scholarships we provide, and we feel blessed to be in a position to continue our scholarship program irrespective of the situation. So if you want to become a doctor, you have to become a doctor, so you have to have a journey to that. Your journey in Rus Education will be from your desire to become a doctor till the time you become a doctor. So we take you throughout the journey, we hold your hand, we support you. And to do that, you have to book a counseling session, and you can today not only book a counseling session, you can also go to various universities where university representatives are there, there are counselors there who will provide you support in the various stalls. So please visit the stall, try to pursue your dream career in one of the best medical university of your choice, qualify FMG and become a doctor. And we provide all this university selection, admission to MBBS program, documentation, paperwork, travel, airport pickup, settling down in Russia till convocation, FMG coaching, and internship and job opportunity to provide. So, we have a lot of counselors. You can see a lot of counseling sessions that take place. Nowadays, we are performing personalized Zoom call basis, video call basis counseling sessions because we want to maintain social distancing and we want to ensure that COVID doesn't spread, and we are able to contribute in our own way by providing the correct counseling in a correct manner and having face-to-face interaction through technology. We have, as I told you, we have different fee structure for different universities located in different regions of Russia. For a student to make a right choice of the university, it is very difficult. So our council will help you to select a medical university that is suited to your requirements and to your budget and your preferred medium of instruction. Then we help you with your admission applications, help you to file an admission for the MBBS program at no additional cost to you. And all documentation, you don't have to worry. You have to submit your documents which are required, very few documents required to submit. After that, all attestation, documentation for the visa and other documentation requirement at the level of the university are taken care by us. We also hold a pre-departure ceremony. This time probably might hold an online pre-departure ceremony, but otherwise we hold a pre-departure ceremony where you come into contact with all those who are moving to Russia along with their parents, so you can interact with each other, you can interact with the alumni. We invite dignitaries from the healthcare and government ecosystem to encourage the students for the medical pilgrimage that they are going to embark on. We have travel arrangements. We arrange for your flight. We arrange for you escort the students escort at the airport. We give you when you go there when you reach Russia, our representatives will receive you at the airport. They will guide you to the university campus. They will arrange the hostel facilities for you and initiate the process for you to settle down at the university. Everything will be in place, including your currency, your local SIM cards, passport, and visa renewals. And while staying at the university, we continue to support our students through Rus Education representatives. If there are any concerns, they can always contact our representatives, and our representatives act as the local guardians. If they are not able to help or guide, they come back to us. We try to provide them support by our good relationships with the Indian Embassy and by good relationships with the rectors and the deans of such universities. Rus Education is the only organization who manages and owns special hostels and Indian mess in Russian universities. An Indian cook prepares home-like food for the students. We organize functions like Diwali, Holi, Navratri, Christmas. All such are organized on a grand scale in Russian universities. We organize sports tournaments, and since cricket is a major sport in India, frequent matches between the universities help with the integration between the various students in different universities. We help you with your FMG coaching. FMG is conducted, as you know, by the National Board of Examinations. We provide you coaching sessions, live coaching sessions. We provide you online coaching sessions We have put study material on the website for our students to access those study materials so that they can prepare themselves well from the first year onwards, so that they, when they come back, they're able to qualify in the FMG. With these steps that we have taken, you all be glad to know in various universities where we are having a representatives and where our majority students are there, in those universities, the pass percentage of FMG in the last 3 years have been gradually going up. Not only going up, in one university we have 100%, in other universities reached around 50 to 55%. And we are very confident in the years to come, we'll reach the figure of 100% in most of the universities, following an organized, committed and dedicated and specified program for FMG coaching for all the students. So we don't walk only a few steps with the students. We walk with you throughout the entire journey. When you come here, when you have a problem, we help you with the problem. In COVID-19 crisis, we held video conferencing with all the parents, with all the students, and we made them interact with each other. If there are any deficiencies in services, we try to rectify them. And we tried to, now when the students wanted to come back on vacation and there were no flights available, we, with the support of the Ministry of Civil Aviation and the support of our Indian Embassy in Moscow, we managed to get aircrafts and flights and chartered flights to take them to various parts of this country nearer to their hometown. So we managed all this because we have the credibility, we feel accountable, we are committed as a team and as a family, because you all are part of the family. We want to walk the entire journey with you. It is a matter of pride for us when some of our students come back, sir, I have passed and we need internship. We have helped people getting internship in the railways, getting internship in the CGHS, getting them, trying to get them some jobs. We are trying to help wherever it is possible and feasible, because we wish to walk the whole journey with all of you. So we have helped 15,000 plus students become doctors. We can help you. Okay, so please, you can either book a free counseling session with us, or you can visit all the stalls in the next 2 days through the virtual platform and register with us. We are also, don't have to worry about COVID-19. We had a big session in the morning. You can download it. You can go through and check on the Rus Education website. It will be hosted by tomorrow. And you can see why COVID should not deter you from not pursuing your dream. Okay. Rus Education is organizing NEET mock test for preparation. We are giving free counseling. We have online application process. We do not encourage students to visit our office. Please come to online platform and register there itself. We are arranging for hassle-free online classes till the time the international flights resume and travel becomes safe. We have an arrangement with the Russian universities that in case the situation does not come under control, in case the vaccines are not in place, and there are vaccines now which have been in place, and in Russia, you know, they've already come out with a vaccine which is going to be launched commercially shortly. And the Honorable President's daughter herself has been inoculated with that vaccine. So, you know, vaccines are on the way. When all such things come together, I'm sure that you will understand that how much care Russia and Rus Education are taking of these students, of all of you, to ensure that you fulfill the dream of becoming a good medical professional.
Thank you for your detailed session and a comprehensive session in discussing all the benefits of Russia and why students should choose Rus Education.
Okay, you've all heard the Air Marshal giving a very detailed analysis of why Russia, why Rus Education. I think that if there were any lingering doubts in your mind with regard to your profession and the country of choice, if you are pursuing medical studies overseas, I'm sure they've all been resolved, because the large number of advantages which have been spelled out clearly indicate to you that we not only have great relations with Russia as a country and with their people, you are also going to be very welcome there as a student, because there is a history of a large number of Indian students being there. The second aspect being why Rus Education, I think it has been elaborated in great detail again as to how all your issues and all your doubts and all the assistance that you require to make the transition from a student to that of a medical student in Russia and actually study in one of the best universities as far as the medical education is concerned will be sorted out, and all the assistance will be provided to you. In addition, all the apprehensions you may have about the safety, etc., have also been covered. So I can only say that this is an ideal opportunity that is being provided to you, and we have the facilities to provide wings to your dreams and transform your dream of becoming a doctor into a reality. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. I think there is one question, Dinesh. Does MCI examination applicable for both Indian MBBS students and Russian MBBS students after graduation to practice in India? As on date, the FMG examination is applicable only for the foreign medical graduates, but we all know that the National Medical Commission is in place, and as per the National Medical Commission orders, in the future time to come, by about another 2 years' time, they will come out with a national exit test. So by the time the students who go in now, and when they come back after about 6 years, most likely this national exit test will be in place, and this national exit test will be equally relevant for both Indian pass out as well as foreign pass out. Means it will be applicable to both. So to practice in India after another 5 years, people have to pass their next examination, whether you're done from Indian medical schools or you're done from foreign medical schools. Okay, so that will be the case after 5 years, but till now, that modality has not been finalized. All those who are passing out now for the next 2 years will have to appear for their foreign medical graduate examination. That is all. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, Admiral RK Dhowan, sir. Thank you, Air Marshal Dr. Pavan Kapoor, sir. And sir, in the end, I would just like to say that Rus Education and its team of empathetic professionals every step to help you overcome all obstacles and achieve your dream of becoming a good doctor from Russia. Thank you for your patience and listening to our distinguished speakers. If you want to visit our website, www.ruseducation.in, or you can contact us on our student helpline number 1800833338, and you can get detailed counseling and information about universities from our experienced counselors. Thank you everyone for attending our session, and I hope we were able to clear all your doubts. Once again, I thank our expert panelists for joining us today and clearing doubts of all our students. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you everyone. Take care, stay safe, stay healthy, and wish you best of luck for your future. Thank you.